My very favorite part of a wonderful day, and that's when we award our authors the EIPPY Book Awards. And we're going to start with some additional mindfulness awards, mindfulness in action awards. And the first one goes to the Teddy Bear Cancer Foundation for the amazing work that they're doing for families with children with cancer. And if everyone who is a recipient of the Cancer Book Award, the way we're going to do this, Cancer from Tears to Triumph, if you're a part of that book, we're going to have you line up over here. And if you could maybe go around the back, or of course you can go across. And Pam and Rhonda? Pam and Rhonda will give you your awards. You can come over here. We'll have a photo opportunity. And then you can exit this side of the stage, if you would, and go back to your seat so that it moves pretty quickly, because after this we have a champagne celebration. And also we have sparkling cider for those of you that don't partake in alcohol. So we want to make sure everyone gets their awards and that everyone is able to celebrate. So would the recipient of the Mindfulness in Action Cancer Book Award please come up? Oh.
Oh, I just put the stand away.
Oh, okay, that's okay. Just give them a hand mic.
Are we all coming up, or?
Just you. At first, we'll come up one at a time. Now, if you have done, let me go to the mic. If you have done more than one book with us that you're getting an award for this year that we've moved to bestseller, then if you could list all of the books that are involved in your wonderful talent. We'll only have you up one time, and then we'll try to do a group photo at the end, because that's going to be quite a challenge with all of us here, but I think if anyone can do it, Siddiqui can. So, okay. Tell us a little bit about the cancer.
Okay, well, I first wanted to thank Viki just for all of her support with our foundation. She came to us with this opportunity to be a part of the book. For our foundation, we have a couple of our staff members, as well as our families and some of our health practitioners that are in the book. And it was just a great way for us to show during our month campaign for pediatric cancer awareness. Pediatric cancer awareness is the month of September. So we had our full campaign, and the book was a great way to educate people and to spread awareness on the gold ribbon. So thank you so much to Experience Life Publishing.
That's Shelby. That's for Teddy Bear Cancer. Thank you. You can come this way. You can come this way. And there's the box. I wanted to mention that we, with all of our anthology books and any personal books that we do, we donate all of the proceeds from the launch to a charity, and we were able, on behalf of the authors, to donate in goods and programs and launch fees over $25,000. And that's all because of the work of the people over here and the other authors of the book, and also as a result of either their efforts and their willingness to really give back. So thank you all. So just say your name and the name of the book and maybe a little about that.
Okay. Hi, I am Jessica Gonzalez. My daughter, Madeline, was diagnosed almost 2 years ago, about 2 years ago, with cancer. And we were approached to do a chapter in the book to tell our story. And it was the Tears from Triumph to Triumph, the cancer story. And yeah, so she's almost 8 years old now, and she's been fighting this cancer for about 2 years now. So Thank you guys for all you guys have done, because Teddy Bear helps us out. So all the money that went to Teddy Bear directly helps our family. So. Oh, how cute. Thank you guys.
And let's get a picture. Back.
Well, hello, I'm Michael Bloom, and I'm honored to be up here to receive an award with my co-authors. And I had the privilege to serve my mom during her journey with cancer. I actually served as her primary living caregiver, and in my journey of supporting actually both of my parents, I have carried on to become a coach supporting other caregivers to take care of themselves while they selflessly give to those they're caring for. So it's a great privilege to contribute to this book and to see and to follow up this wonderful, touching story with this child here. So congratulations too, and I hope she has many, many decades of life ahead. So.
One of the things we're also giving all the authors, probably for the first time, is what we call our cancer hope cards. And they all have teddy bears, different styles of teddy bears on them, with a quote from one of the authors, in order to be like flashcards, to give those who are fighting cancer hope. So, okay. This is a very special person who has joined us all the way from Australia. He's going to tell us just a little bit about his story because it's an amazing one. Alistair?
Just 1 minute, 30 seconds. Yeah, how are you going there? Yeah, that's right, I'm from Australia. Wait till I start talking Scottish because I was born there. Yeah, well, I've been journeying with cancer for several years now, 3 years, and it's been an amazing teacher for me and an amazing gift, I'd say. It's taught me many things, I guess primarily about how to fall in love with life. Because before I was diagnosed with cancer, the concept of my life was had a lot of possession in it. This was my life and I was in control and I was going to live it the way I wanted to. And now I realise that my life actually doesn't belong to me. It's a gift that's been given to me. And so every day I wake up and I look at the day and you know, I'm still here and it's beautiful. And I realise that I'm not here to satisfy my egoic desires or my need for gratification. I'm here to be of service. And, you know, when you look at what cancer actually is, cancer is a rebellion against life. Every single cell in the body has a sacred covenant with life and to work in a way that maintains harmony to the whole body as a system. And part of that covenant is to die at a certain time so life can circulate through our body and keep renewing itself. And a cancer cell actually switches off its suicide gene and refuses to die and seeks immortality. And that locks it into a continual growth of a continual cycle of creation and no destruction and no circulation. And then it starts to consume all the resources in the body and draw it all to itself. And so the real message of cancer is it's showing us what will happen to humanity if we continue to behave in the same way, because there's only two organisms in nature that behave in that way that have disconnected from life. One is cancer cell and the other is a human being. And so, you know, cancer is, although it's seen as a disease and a deadly disease, it's actually a great gift to humanity. It's sending us a warning to say, look at what happens to your body when you have cancer, and this is what's going to happen to the global body of humanity if we don't wake up to ourselves and bring ourselves back into a harmony with life and in a surrender to life. So that's pretty well it. So enjoy yourself, enjoy life, and remember it's a gift, and you never know how long you've got.
I love this. Alistair sent this to me and said, personally, I see cancer as a healing gift that has been sent by life to draw me into a deeper relationship with her and to teach me how to regain the sensual and erotic experience that life is meant to be.
Oh.
Okay, there you go.
Okay, thank you.
Hi, I'm J.W. Nigerian, and I have stage 4 cancer. And I just want to thank, first of all, I'm honored to be up here because I love this book, and I want to thank Viki very much for inviting me to write a chapter. And this gentleman stole my speech because I wrote the chapter on seeing cancer as a gift. And we all know that it doesn't matter if it's cancer or the loss of a loved one or some other car tragedy or something else. We all know about PTSD. But what we don't think about is PTG, and that's post-traumatic growth. Some of the largest tragedies in our life bring us our largest gifts. And that's what I learned from this, and that's what I learned from a lot of the other authors in the book as I saw a theme going through, and that is the gifts that were given through these terrible tragedies. So I just want to thank Expert Insights and Viki again, and thank you all.
Thank you.
Hi, everyone. My name is J.K. Chua. I'm from Singapore. I've been fortunate to work with Wiki's team on 2 books. One is The Cancer from Tears to Triumph, and the other one was The Pebbles in the Pond, Wave 4. So I myself, I'm a cancer survivor. I survived cancer 6 years ago. I'm cancer-free for 6 years. Thanks a lot. That's through healthy living mindset and, getting rid of baggage. And then today I'm living on 1 kidney. I'm living on 1 kidney for the last 6 years. And I think I feel better than before. Maybe got rid of all the bad stuff. And I think one of the things I wrote in my book also, that was my first book, before this too. I have a chapter saying, killing cancer cells with happiness. So you can actually be happy about life, take things easy, don't sweat over the small stuff, right? And then be happy all the time. I think I like to personify that as how I overcome cancer. Thanks.
Hello, everyone. My name is Dennis Kane. When I was 12 years old, I was diagnosed with terminal cancer. I had surgery to remove a tumor to slow the growth down, and then I began to bleed, and I actually died on the table. During the next several years, I was in different types of treatment. And what I've done with my life now, actually after speaking with Viki, I realized it was my calling. I created a program called the Cancer Mastery Method, in which I teach other cancer patients what I learned over the years as a medical professional and as a cancer patient, how to manage their symptoms and cope with their illness. So that's what I do, and that's who I am. Thank you.
My name is George McLaren. I've been a Presbyterian pastor for 47 years. And I've written this one on cancer and the other one, I Hear You're Afraid of Dying or Afraid Someone You Love Will Die Before You. It's a long, complicated title, but it works. I tell the same story in both of them. A young mother, a married woman with 3 children, came down with cancer. We met off and on for 2 years. One day she called and she said, I'm not going to make it. I want you to come to my house. I want to plan my memorial service. It was the first time anybody ever did that. Now, I've worked now with hundreds of people who have planned their own memorial services, and the difference between conducting a memorial service for somebody who planned it and for somebody, a family who is winging it out of grief, is night and day. So that's what my book is about, encouraging people to do that. And if you haven't planned yours, today's a good day to start.
Thank you. Thanks, George.
My name is Hal Price. I was blessed to do 2 amazing books with Viki this year. And the first one was a surprise to me. I didn't plan to be in the book, the cancer book. But it's actually the way I thrive as well, which was the other book that I was in, was by serving. And I had the opportunity to just talk about what the heroic heart does and how it can serve. And Viki stepped forward just because she saw something I put on Facebook one day and stepped up and did some amazing things for all of us. And I just can't thank you enough.
My name is Sue Busen, and first of all, thank you, Viki, so much for the opportunity to be a part of this book. It really means the world to me. I think it was such a blessing to be involved with such an amazing group of people and spreading this message of hope and that cancer is a journey. It's not the end. It's just the beginning, really. It's a journey, and it's a temporary condition. I contributed to the book. I lost my father to cancer, but I contributed as a practitioner because that's what I do. I'm here to help others who are struggling. So thank you for this opportunity.
Well, I think the one thing that brings all of us together today in common is Viki Winterton and expert insights. I just feel really moved. This is a hard subject for me. It's still a little raw, and for me to contribute a chapter as a writer was one of the hardest things I did. It wasn't me. It was my only sibling, but it slayed me. So as a writer, as a human, as a spiritual person, I had to find a way in that was, something had to crack open for me to write that chapter and say what that journey was like. And I'm so grateful because it forced me to face the emotions and allow me to be willing to make that crack and take a next step. I'm a PR gal. I'm Debbie Dashinger, and I do media, and I'm a writer and a radio person. It was my brother who took the journey, and it was stage 4 squamous cell carcinoma. And thankfully, he is with us today. He contributed a chapter as well. He's not here, but he is here in spirit at these awards, so I'll speak his name into the group. It's David Dashinger. And he's a brilliant man. I'm so glad he's still here. And I want to speak someone else's name who contributed but also couldn't make it, a friend of mine and Hal's and Sue's, who is Jill Meradian, a brilliant woman, also a cancer survivor and a great, great healer. And just an honor to contribute to all these many, many books that Viki has the inspiration from God and the goddess to put together so we can all express ourselves.
everyone. I'm Victoria Trabosh, and my journey with cancer actually began in 1998 when my mother passed away of cancer. And I also have the opportunity to work in Rwanda. I have a foundation for Rwanda, and one of the things I learned was that we honor people we love more by our action than our grief. My mother was so afraid of cancer, she could never speak of it. And then, unbelievably, last October, I was diagnosed with oral cancer. And as I like to say, I pray for no breast cancer. I pray for no colon cancer. Do you think it occurred to me to pray for no oral cancer? So it was a weird cancer. It was very aggressive. I had 2 surgeries last October. It looked like it was gone. And then in March, a tumor began to grow out of my mouth. And as a woman and a speaker, I was stunned. But I knew that my mother's journey would not be mine, and I would take action. And so when the surgeon offered to cut off my mouth and pretty much end everything I love to do, which is talk. I've been talking since I was 9 months old. My husband says at 200 words a minute with gusts to 300. I told the surgeon no. And then another surgeon wanted to do the same thing, and I told him no. And the only other option was radiation. And I had 36 treatments of radiation to my face, which could have destroyed it, and I'm not even scarred. So I absolutely believe in the power of prayer and miracles. And my chapter in this book, I was thinking I needed to tell my story. I am an author, but I got an email from Viki right around Father's Day, I think, when you sent it out to honor your father. And I thought, oh, she must know. But of course she didn't know, and I did my chapter, and I called it Never Lose Your Voice, because they were literally telling me that I could lose my voice. And when I said to the surgeon, and I pointed at him and said, look, your job, my life. You can imagine how much fun I am as a patient. He didn't understand, but I realized that I had to keep my voice. And wherever we are in our life, we keep our voice for what is important, and we speak up, and we will take any journey that we own. And while the radiation was very, very difficult, I chose it. And so there was no complaining, and there was no whining. And when we step out of our comfort zone, which I do by working in Rwanda, I meet women who overcome so much difficulty. I thought, so can I. So it is truly the people in my life, whether it's my mother who inspires me every day, Dead Rita, as I mentioned her this morning. It's a term of endearment, because I still can't believe she's dead after 17 years, so I have to call her Dead Rita so I remember she's still not here. But whether it's my mom or the women of Rwanda, we must keep our voice. And Viki, thank you for giving me a voice in this book.